I'm addressing an issue of integrity, and integrity, it is, I put it this way, instilled in an individual. And it happens that it must be so early in the ages of a human being before anything else comes to corrupt the person to become something else apart from who they were meant to be initially. By this I mean, look at it this way. If a child is taught good morals, and the good morals shapes the character and the formation of the conscience of the child, when they grow, nothing will ever corrupt them, because that's what they believe in. They believe in doing right and not impressing somebody. It's doing right because it is the right thing. You're not doing the right thing so as to impress someone. Look at it. One day, because I'm a teacher, one day I had an encounter, experience of what is integrity. I had a girl in Form 1 some years back. Now she must be past university and such. That was in the year 2017, yes. In the year 2017, I encountered a girl. I would wish to meet that girl today. That girl came to me crying. And I asked her what the issue. Others are bringing their complaints and mwalimu umenihesabia less and then wrong and such. They want a summation. Of course, this one you know, with mathematics, every student wants the 02 to be a 06, and every student wants the D minor to be a D plane. You push it and beat up. I handled all the cases and she stood behind and waited for me to finish with the rest. And she told me, mwalimu, mine, your calculation is wrong. As in her paper, my calculation was wrong. And then I asked her, okay, it was 26, I remember. I asked her, what's the difference? Your calculation gives you what? And she told me, my calculation gives me 24. And then I asked her, I've given you 26 and your calculation gives you 24. Then what do you want me to do? I subtract? She was like, yes. I asked her, wait a bit. Wait a minute. People like you exist. And then she told me, mwalimu, I cannot carry it home with that too that is not mine. And then I asked her, I wanted now to know her more, because now getting such a student who tells you the 2 is not mine, mine is 24. She told me, if I go with this, I will explain to my dad. How did I let it sneak into my paper without me raising it to the teacher to do the correction? If you are recording, you cannot record the wrong value for me and I take it home. My dad does not entertain lying. I will have lied. That day I was given a lesson by a student. A lesson of my lifetime. Up to date, I have not encountered any other student. That girl remained in my mind. And I was like, this is what is called teaching integrity. The child has grown knowing, okay, you may put it that she is fearing the dad, but she's growing to realize there is what is hers and what is not hers. And if something is not her, she should not carry it with her. I looked at the mature person she will grow to be with that kind of lessons. And that one moved me. I was like, I wish the world could turn to be this. That if something is not yours, you take it to the owner. If you're paying your salary and some coin is excess by mistake, you take it back to the office. If some money that you are given is forgotten, you remind the person who gave you, oh, you gave me some money and you forgot, I still have it. You get excess balance in a shop and you're like, oh, you gave me more than I needed. How many times do we do that? That kid gave me a lesson, and I realized even mature people don't want to claim what is ours. When I shared that story with the teacher, that teacher told me that he had handled the similar case with the same girl in Form 1. And the teacher told me it was a he. Mwalimu told me, no, this girl, if you subtract any one mark by mistake in a paper of that girl, she will go for it because she says it is rightfully hers. So the same way she was asking me to subtract the excess that I had calculated by mistake is the same way she goes for one marks that is hers. And she doesn't compromise that. Her stand is that I need what is rightfully mine. This has been my argument ever, especially when it comes to examination leakage. You will cheat in exam. You will give the student a good grade because, of course, we want these white-collar jobs. But is the brain of the student to that level that you've raised it? Can they defend the grade they are getting when they go to their job stations? Can they take a course that they manage the weight of the course by the same IQ that you contributed in cheating? You cheat for a mathematics student who was supposed to get 50%, they get 80%, and it comes as an A. That person was not supposed to score an A, but you forced an A. Will they manage to defend the weight of that grade in the work field? So integrity sometimes messes us. It is what is making us not to deliver in our field of work. It is what is making very many sectors not to deliver, because the people who are there are not having the experience and the skills worthy of their level. So if we teach integrity to the children and honesty, it will go along the way. In fact, I always laugh sometimes because when we want Alinda, we say if it was so and so, is a person who has a lot of, is a person who is morally straight, is a person we want a good person, but we don't want to bring up a good child. We want a judge who gives the right judgment without being swayed by sums of money or connection or command of power or intimidation of power. But we don't want to bring up those judges in our houses. We should start by doing all what we can to shape the child we have in the house to be admired in the future. One who stands and the community will say, that one will never be bribed. One who stands and the people will say when he or she speaks without any influence of finances or connection or promotion, or that is integrity. And it is until we start teaching our children how to stand for what they believe in, how not to be swayed by amount of money, how to engage in honesty with a lot of discipline in whatever they do in life. That's the only way we will win all the battles we are fighting today as mature people. We will have less corruption. We will have less tribalism. We will have less of all the evils that you condemn in the society today, because we will have shaped the young generation that is coming to shape the future. So we need to solve the problem now by shaping the child who will change the future.